At the heart of macroeconomic management are four key instruments: fiscal policy, monetary policy, exchange rate policy, and public debt management. Together, they shape how an economy responds to shocks, manages inflation, supports growth, and sustains employment. Let us begin with fiscal policy. Through government spending, taxation, and borrowing, fiscal policy directly influences aggregate demand and income distribution. At the doctoral level, fiscal policy must be understood beyond stimulus versus austerity. The critical questions are about quality of spending, fiscal credibility, and long-term sustainability. Expansionary fiscal policy can support recovery, but without sound governance and debt management, it risks inflation and eroding investor confidence. Next is monetary policy, typically conducted by the central bank. By adjusting interest rates, managing liquidity, and deploying macroprudential tools, monetary authorities aim to maintain price stability and financial resilience. In today's global environment, monetary policy operates under heightened complexity shaped by capital mobility, global interest rate cycles, and digital financial innovation. Credibility, transparency, and communication are now as important as technical calibration. Exchange rate policy serves as the bridge between domestic and external objectives. For open economies, exchange rate movements affect export competitiveness, inflation, and capital flows. Policymakers must balance flexibility with stability, recognizing that no exchange rate regime is costless. Strategic exchange rate management requires coordination with monetary and fiscal policies, especially under volatile global conditions. Finally, public debt policy reflects a government's intertemporal choices, how today's borrowing shapes tomorrow's opportunities and constraints. Debt is not inherently harmful. It becomes problematic when poorly coordinated, opaque, or unproductive. Effective debt management depends on policy coherence, transparency, and institutional trust. The central insight of this topic is policy coordination. No single instrument works in isolation. Fiscal expansion without monetary alignment or debt accumulation without credibility can undermine macroeconomic stability. Strategic economic leadership, therefore, requires an integrated approach, aligning instruments within strong institutional frameworks. In summary, Topic 2 equips you to think not just as policy analysts, but as strategic policymakers capable of diagnosing trade-offs, designing coherent policy mixes, and navigating an increasingly complex global economic environment. Thank you.